The most important feature of Requirement Yogi is the Traceability Matrix. We'll go into details over that in this video. When you manage a project, you want an overview of the status of your project, see if your requirements have been approved, check the test results, and have a board that looks like this, with the data from your requirements. You can do that with the Traceability Matrix, which you can customize based on your needs. Let's start from scratch. To add columns, click on the cog menu and select the new column you desire. Here, I am adding some properties and some dependencies. We can see that BR1 is refined by 3 FN requirements, and those are also refined by tech requirements. You can, of course, reorder the columns using drag and drop. Using the same menu, you can add as many levels of dependencies as required. Requirement Yogi doesn't mandate any specific structure or depth. You can even display Jira issues and their fields. In this example, we have an integration with the testing plugin, X-Ray for Jira. In the custom fields, you can display the status bar of the test plans, giving you a quick insight on the status of your project. Just a few tips. If you don't see the list of fields for a Jira issue, ensure that you've ticked Get Data from Jira. When you open the menu again, all the fields are present. If you don't see the properties that you are looking for, remember that you need to be on the correct column to display the property assigned to it. Here, the cost property belongs to the FN, not the BR. Sometimes the column titles are very long because you have drilled into several columns deep. To shorten it, you can double-click on the header or choose Edit the Title in the menu. Now let's talk about reporting. You can leverage this traceability matrix in various places. This matrix represents the status of your project, therefore, you will need to share it with stakeholders. Make use of the Excel export button for archival. You can also save it, edit the permissions, and share it with other people in the space. Here is what the View All Matrices screen looks like when you have private and shared matrices. If you want to add more context for your stakeholders, such as explanations, introductions, titles, you can put this report on a page. Save the matrix, click Insert as a macro, and paste the URL on a page. It will create the RY report macro. Once you start to manage large quantities of requirements, there are a few more tips. The matrix is paginated and only displays 600 rows per page by default, and the exports have a hard limit at 12,000 requirements by default. One word for system administrators: if you monitor response times in Confluence platforms well, you can increase the limits for your users in the requirement administration in the tab Options. You can also configure other limits in the PSEA plugin, such as the number of parallel exports. If there are many links to Jira, it will take a lot of time to download information from Jira. Therefore, we have implemented a cache. If you want to refresh the information from Jira, you can untick the Use Jira Cache checkbox, then tick it again. Concerning Excel exports, remember that we can't do magic. You will always be limited in the size of your matrices. Moreover, we do not include formatted text and images into Excel exports. And that is pretty much all there is to know about the Traceability Matrix. Check out our other videos to learn more about the Requirement Yogi plugin.